Well, hello there, and welcome to the Mindset Alchemy podcast. I'm your host, Janine, and I adore being here to help you understand the implication your words and the way you phrase things have in your life, where your energy may be helping you succeed or holding you back from success, and absolutely understanding what Mindset Alchemy is all about. Because Mindset Alchemy is where you get to understand what is my thinking doing for me, and where is it against me? Where are my thoughts creating those words, those emotions, those feelings, and where together am I designing a life? What do I enjoy about my life? What do I dislike about my life? Because all of this allows us to step into that wonderful aspect of personal leadership, which is working with our future self and owning, this is who I would like to be. This is what is required to be that. And this is what I get to do today with it. And that's what I really love helping clients with, is understanding. Look at that. To give you an example, this morning, I'd asked my husband to do something and he'd forgotten, and says, okay, well, he'll just cancel it. And it's a meeting that is ongoing. So it's not that rather than him canceling it, it was more that he was going to excuse himself from it. And when I explained to him the energy behind this, he went, oh, that makes so much sense. And you actually watched his body actually relax, because he was unavailable to lose out. And when he was excusing himself to do something that would be more expansive at that time within a family dynamic, wow, what a difference it made. It just really, really made that incredible difference in both of our morning, to be very honest, because to me, I was like, oh, no, you can't cancel it. Just excuse yourself. And when we explored that dynamic of it, we understood the energy of, well, we're unavailable to cancel it, which means it's ended. We're rather excusing ourselves from it and allowing it to go on. This is an energetic way of looking at things. For myself, I have been looking at places where, oh my goodness, I feel disconnected. And then I realized I was disconnecting from the energy of who I was, so that I'm able to step into the energy of who I'm becoming. And in my free Facebook group, somebody actually asked that question on Friday when I was doing free channeling with my daughter was with me, and this lady asked the same question, and it came forward for her as well. She's disconnecting from where she was to where she's going and who she's becoming. And that is allowing us to use personal leadership and guide ourselves into being the future self we're choosing to be. So my question today is, who is your future self in December 2024? Who is your future self in December 2025? And what decisions are you making today to be that way today in order to become that person in December 2024 and then December 2025? For myself, I saw areas I would like to up-level in, skills I would like to acquire, and I've spent the year doing this. It also brought about various questions, various people across my path, and there I had to apply Mindset Alchemy, because I got to ask, what is the growth potential this situation is offering me? What is the joy potential of this situation offering me? And where am I here to look at the shadow side and to clear it? Especially because we're currently, at the time of recording this, we're in a new moon energy where we get to explore, what am I looking to set the intention for? Where am I going with this? And what would I enjoy the outcome being? And where can I allow for infinite possibilities? Wow, Janine, all these questions. Pause the recording, rewind, go back and listen and journal on them. And you will be fascinated at what comes forward. Just free write. Avoid overthinking it and just say, okay, this is the question. Body and brain and business, what would you like me to know? And soul, what are you offering me here that we can work together at a deeper level? Because Mindset Alchemy is about alchemizing those fears and beliefs that are actually getting in the way of where we're going. The fears are a signpost of what to clear, what to move through, and where to go. And they're also showing us where we may be hesitant around owning what we believe we can have. And so fear pops in because, after all, we've been told, well, who do you think you are? And what do you think you are? You know, all these things where people put us down because actually we're speaking to ourselves through their voice, through their body. And we are asking ourselves, well, can I really do this? Is this aligned with me? Am I worthy of having it and doing it? And people, where are you afraid of being who you can be? Where do we look at who other people are and look to be that person rather than owning this person of ourselves and of who we can be? Wow, a lot of questions there. It's all this new moon energy of asking us to see what is potentially holding us back. Where is that feeling of there's something missing? What am I missing? And what if I discovered it? What would it bring forward for me? And where can it help me to expand? And where would I be being asked to release comfortable beliefs that are actually very uncomfortable and are like a ball and chain around our feet and our future? Because when we can look at this discomfort in the eyes and say, you know what? Stop. Let me observe you. I acknowledge you've come forward for a reason. I allow myself to release you and replace you with that feeling of worthiness, of feeling empowered, an unbelievable feeling of freedom, of owning that, wow, so what if I don't make it perfect? So long as I work with it, see where I can go with it. And because of this, when we make a decision and we start moving, it is absolutely fascinating to me how the universe comes forward and says, well, let's course correct here. Let me bring this forward and help you with that. It's in making that decision, allowing our mindset to be alchemized through having a deeper understanding of what's coming forward, that we get to step onto a path that feels like there's flow, there's ease. Yes, there's work involved, and yet it's effortless. I would love to know how you found this session. Let me know. Come and find me across social media or email me at hello@janinekathleen.com and let's explore it. Let's see where I can help you. And you could even book a free sounding board session where we explore you working with me and a small challenge in your life. Because let's be honest, challenges are what help us grow. Challenges are what help us face our fears. And it's the way we navigate them, either elegantly and with spaciousness, or we disregard them and feel as though we have cement boots on. It's always a choice. It's the choices we make that help us get to choose what the future is we're creating. For me, it really helped me to journal. It helped me to get into meditation where I listened for answers. It helped me to get into contemplation where I explored and free wrote, just free channel wrote a stream of consciousness onto the page. And then when I read it back to myself, I'd go, oh, look, there's a gem here. I wonder what I wrote this for. And then I can go and explore. Well, I get to explore it. That's what I'm trying to say. So what would you like to explore today about your future self? A beautiful story I heard. This is going off the point now. Let's put a full stop there and let's move on to the next topic. My daughter and I am really blessed to have my daughter visiting me for a week or so from Scotland. And we went to visit a friend of mine. And I drove past a lemon tree that had split because it had too much fruit on it. And when we went inside, I said to this lady, oh, wow, you really restored that tree beautifully. And my daughter had an understanding because she's also a coach, she's an ontological coach. And she went, wow, how many times are we bearing fruit and yet our central branch and stems the main trunk is unable to sustain that fruit. So we're feeding it, we're watering it, we're putting all this knowledge into it, and so we bear the fruit. The challenge is we haven't the capacity, the strength, or the flexibility, that inner trunk, that core beingness to sustain it. And it comes apart and it falls apart. And then we go, look, see, I told you I couldn't do it. Yes, you can do it. The first step is to understand, put the core in, put the basics in, put that inner strength in, build your resiliency and build your capacity step by step, because it's through doing this that we are then able to sustain holding all that fruit we have to offer other people. So as we build ourselves, we build our capacity, we build our core understanding of who we are, what our strengths are, where we can let go of things, and we put in that very strong and flexible trunk and allow ourselves to know that as we now watered and fed, we can hold the fruit we have to share with others, rather than everything dies because the trunk splits apart and there's nothing to sustain it. I would love to hear your thoughts about that as well. It was a very powerful understanding that we had on Friday. It really, really was. And I really am so grateful to be able to share it with you. If you'd like to know more about working with me, where I can help you understand who you are better so that you can navigate your present to get to your future more effectively, reach out. And I know when I began my exploration, I always felt like there was something missing. And when I came to understand, it was that understanding of myself, my understanding of what my strengths are rather than trying to copy other people's strengths. Wow, life really changed. And I watch the change in my current clients as they come to understand that it's okay for Miss Joe to be like that. Miss this person, Miss Sandy, her strengths are in another area. So let us avoid comparing ourselves, let's avoid criticizing ourselves, and let's avoid being in judgment of ourselves and other people, because this will help us create that life we're looking to much, much more effectively, because we'll be focused on where we're going rather than what other people are doing. And we get to understand what we are required and asked to do to build that capacity, to strengthen that trunk so that our fruit can flourish and feed many others who are looking for it. Anyway, have a grand, glorious, and amazing day. Bye-bye.